Yeah, let's start now. Just make sure everyone can hear me and see my slides. Okay, so welcome to March community update for Litecoin. Several housekeeping before we start. So this call happened every first Monday of the month, 10:30 GMT and 6:30 if you're in the Asia time zone. And there are some operational tasks regarding Litecoin chain. It's documented on Notion if you're interested. Mostly are on the technical side regarding potential chain upgrade or gas fee reporting, etc. So those are on Notion if you're interested. And today's agenda, I would like to break into two parts. So the first part is a little bit about Litecoin ISCN progress in terms of the vision of content authenticity. And the second part will be as usual, which is about Likeland as a product updates, new book, etc. And lastly will be any outstanding items that raised by the community. You will have the stage to share some of your concern or outstanding proposals. So let's get started. So, as many of you may know, ISCN was launched with basically Litecoin chain several years ago, where we had the vision to promote a metadata framework for content authenticity, and in short, which is to label digital content. And since we started, as of today, there are over 2 million plus content are now registered on Litecoin network. And there are also over 24K of writing NFT, which also includes book NFT. Is currently minted on Litecoin chain as well. And currently, ISCN also serves as a property right owner layer of an NFT that is minted in the ecosystem. So there is a specific use case in our use case. So basically, all NFT ebooks and articles in the Litecoin ecosystem do came with a ISCN record. And lately, we actually also deploy a feature where ISCN page will be added to the EPUB of a particular book. One hand is for brand exposure, where whoever users downloaded the EPUB will see the ISBN page, but also potentially serve for some verification process in the future. So that's a little bit update of that end. And regarding that, the ecosystem of content provenance and authenticity actually been growing rapidly in recent year. Also because of the adoption of AI. So just a little bit of context of why I bring this up today is because I'm also aware we didn't actually update quite frequently on this end. So in the past 3 years, while we were promoting ISCN, we were also part of a organization called the Content Authenticity Initiative, which is majority of the members are from the US, major media player in the ecosystem. Majority driver of that particular association is by Adobe and New York Times. And currently, Litecoin is also part of that community to talk about what would be an ideal open industry standard for content authenticity. And one of the standard that they are currently proposing is something called the C2PA, which majority of Adobe product is already deployed this technical standard, which includes Lightroom, Photoshop, AI, those popular products is already adopting this framework. And recently, OpenAI also announced the integration of C2PA methods data standard in all their AI generated images as well. So in the long run, which can help the public to distinguish between a generic or false digital content, which is also one of the direction that we have been discussing in our ISCN framework as well. So yeah, this is the website. If you're interested, basically just a screen cap of showing who they are, and also the C2PA standard. Therefore, there are several opportunity came up in the past half year regarding ISCN in the area of content authenticity. So lately, we have been actually we have been working with Project Starling team in several previous projects, and lately we also kicked off a experimental project to enhance our understanding and research with C2PA. Given though the project scope currently is still in progress, so I cannot share much yet until the project is finished. But the end is majorly around C2PA adoption in video processing proof of concepts. So that is some uh, outstanding project that we have to wrap up with Project Starling. Hopefully, I can share more in the next community call. But this also through this partnership, we had much more understanding regarding C2PA. And so there are a few things that potentially could happen with ISCN that we are currently exploring and may consult the feedback from the community as well, is to add more C2PA element in the current Litecoin publishing process, including ISCN, and see how we can leverage the exposure of C2PA, etc. So this is something that I would like to raise in today's call, and feel free to brainstorm the idea as well. And thirdly, we also have a good news to share is that we have recently selected as one of the awardees of the Taiwan News Digital Transformation project, which is funded by Google. And so we might have a little bit of bandwidth to continue explore how ISCN could be adopted in the area of content authenticity layer. So here are a few things that been going on in the overall vision and direction on ISCN adoption that is currently helping by our team. Yes, so this is the first part of the update that I would like to provide in today's call. And secondly, I will move on to the bookstore product as well. If let me see if there are any questions regarding the first part. Okay, seems not yet. I saw Kim is typing. So, but yeah, but also a note to add from here is because the resources is quite limited currently on the Lycoland team. So we actually have to decide how much resources and time we could spend on the potential exploration on C2PA with Litecoins, and also at the same time continue to run our own product, which is Leica.land as a bookstore and Web3 publishing tool. So this is something yet that we need to explore with the community about how we can split between these two as well. So I'll move on to provide some Leica.land update as well. First of all, obviously we had a very exciting new book by Kim that was announced that last week in Taiwan Book Fair. The publisher is Fei Di, which is now Nowhere Publishing, and it's currently listed on Lycoland as well. And Happy Problem is the book is quite popular and pre-ordered by a lot of parties. So there are only three remaining current stock on Lycoland, and this is also the last few books that will come with a 10% discount. So if you haven't get yours, I would suggest that you to get it now, unless otherwise you have to wait for the next batch, which will be restocked probably later this month or early April. So if you want to get it early on, would suggest you to get it now. I will share the link in the chat room as well. And there are much more books are listed on Lycoland currently. So feel free to check it out. And there are also few events that will be going in terms of the Lycoland team to promote our own tools and product, which is will be in the WorldCamp Asia in Taiwan this week. If you will be there, please come drop by our booth as well. And also, we'll be leveraging our time in Taipei this week, which there will be an offline event happening in. Actually, I don't know the English name of Fei. Yeah, but we'll be in the bookstore hosting a first offline meetups, the first 2024 meetup in Taipei this week. If you know any friends that are interested in asking us about Web3 publishing, or you would like to meet us, then do sign up for Friday, the coming Friday in Taipei. I will also share the link in the chat room later on. Because it's a limited, so do sign it up as early as possible if you are interested. So that's what I have prepared today. And if you have a question, please raise in the chat room. Okay. Yeah, it's Nowhere or Now Here. I guess it's there are two names for Fady in English. So Keen in the chat room saying that Numbers is doing good lately. Suggest the community to swap num info to USDC to fund community development efforts. Yes. So that would be also a direction towards funding our progress in maybe potentially C2PA exploration and adoption in Litecoin ecosystem. So I guess that would be a fair judgment on funding the current scope of work that could be done by some community members or including us. So I guess we have to raise a proposal or open discussion ground on that end. Okay. Are there any questions or things that would like to add from the team? I might have missed something that not on the radar. Yes, I think some have already reported about the create a fund, and that will affect the distribution of and CFIC like a distribution. So I guess that bug is already being notified by the team, and is currently fixing it. So that's what I've noticed from the community today. Are there anything else? If no, then let me share this tool in the chat. Okay. I guess that's it for today then. We'll likely post a blog regarding the first part of what we have discussed today, and also the community notes for those who can't join. So thank you for your time. Grab a book if you haven't. Visit Leica.land for more latest book listing. And we should raise a proposal thread on swapping the numbers token. Thank you for your time today. See you.